Ibok Ibas, CFR, the Secretary to the State Government, the Acting Head of Service River Organizations, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, in the state. To introduce members of this team, it's my pleasure to invite...
I see you as a very calm, they say you are retired, but you are not tired. Very calm disposition and interactive. You really rub minds, and I see a well of experience we have to draw from as security agencies. But as we rub minds with you, we must go home with something tangible that will help us in the day-to-day runnings of our departments. Thank you very much for having us here. We wish you a successful tenure in Rivers State. Our prayer is that no matter how short your administration will be, there must be a remarkable improvement in the state that will put down your name in history, that somebody like you came to Rivers State and the state changed.
I want to acknowledge your contribution so far in what you have been doing. But like you know, the challenges that we face, not only in this state, stare us all in the face in every part of Nigeria. And from your composition here, you will all admit that we are representing the same entity called Nigeria, because I want to believe that that is manifested in even your composition. I had a mandate to come and return the state to law and order. Like I stated in my address, that is not a task or mandate that I alone can carry out. I will therefore be needing you in all aspects of maintaining this law and order. It therefore means that your various roles, in conducting your various roles, you must have at heart the interest of Nigeria and the people of Rivers State in particular. There is no nation, and there is no community for that matter, that will see development if there is no peace and stability. And nobody will want to go and invest his resources or efforts in a place where there is no peace. And so, the nexus between development and security is what we must keep in mind in all that we do. I am here to assure you that the state will support you in ensuring that we deliver on the mandate. But here, I want to believe that if we all bring the level of insecurity to its barest minimum, we will then have resources to develop other areas of even our services and the state. And so our effort must be to ensure that we reduce security. There is need for collaboration between you and intelligence sharing agencies of the federal government. Of course, you all have your intelligence and intelligence in the paramilitary service. Therefore, you must work together with the military, the DSS, and even the local intelligence in the various communities that you find yourself. During joint operations, which we're also going to use to degrade the capabilities of the criminal elements within the state, you must all participate effectively, and you must contribute your quota in order to combat the activities of criminals in the state. I think we all know the crimes that are common in the state: kidnapping, cultism, illegal bunkering, and communal clashes. We have our men and officers in the communities, and therefore, like I stated earlier, we must encourage dialogue with the communities that we work with to ensure and request input on how best to tackle these crimes. If you are fighting crime, I know that it is your responsibility also to know the communities and areas that your operations cover. They must have trust in you. You must build confidence in them. Another thing that I think we need to look at, especially for those of you here, you have vehicles that ply our routes that are not registered. You have vehicles that have their plate numbers covered. I do not think there is any law that permits individuals to drive on roads. Apart from the criminal intent, of course, they pose other dangers to road users. So most of the choke points that are created, of course, are also created by individuals who have vehicles that are not roadworthy. So the appropriate agencies you have to work together with them to ensure that we reduce the number of vehicles that pose danger. We've had tankers that have overturned, perhaps due to the state of those vehicles, and sometimes due to the actions and inactions of other road users. So we must curb all of this to minimize the number of casualties and deaths that we have on our roads.